Hello guys, welcome back to Callyalater podcast, episode number 36. Man, we're getting old.
The podcast is getting
The
old.
podcast is getting old. How you doing, guys? My name is John.
And I'm Kelly. Welcome back to Callyalater podcast. I'm seriously, we're so excited to have you guys here.
Yeah,
if you're
welcome
listening, watching.
Thank you.
Thank you. So we are both college students, and this is our 36th episode.
Number 36.
That's crazy. We started this almost a year ago.
Yeah, we're slowly encroaching a year. We're well over half a year now.
But this week we are talking all about confidence and how important it is, how to gain it, the steps to it, and all that good stuff. Last week we talked about how to plan for the week, so if you want to check out our previous episode, definitely check it out. We have 35 other episodes you can listen to.
I know, we have hours and hours of content.
And it's so much fun. We have a lot of hot gossip, so you guys should definitely check out some of our older episodes. But welcome to this week's episode. Like I mentioned, we're talking about confidence.
Confidence.
I think it's so important to have confidence.
It's huge because it's such a big factor in everyone's life, from the littlest things to the biggest things. I think it's one of those things that I notice right away in people. Yeah, it's easy to tell if someone has a lack of confidence or a lot of confidence and too much confidence. So we're going to be sharing our definition of confidence, the importance of it, how to stop caring what other people think, how to be your own best friend, ways to find yourself, and steps to build your confidence in this episode. Make sure you stick around. We each got 5 juicy tips at the end of it. We got a lot of good stuff to share with you guys. I do have a little disclaimer. It's actually, I love the disclaimers. Really long disclaimer this week. So my disclaimer is this is different for everyone, and everyone has a different backstory that can play effect into how confident they are. Which is kind of weird, but your past can affect it. But with that being said, it's important to note that you can change your future. That was deep. Thank you. But it's so true. It really is. Your past does affect your confidence. You have full control of your life at all times. But you have control of it, and you can control from this moment on how confident you want to be. No one else is in control of your life but you. I will say it's not an overnight thing, but it's, you start doing these things overnight and you'll notice a change. Absolutely. I mean, it is a mental switch that you can make, and it will change your life drastically, one step at a time. Definitely. So we want to start us off with your definition of confidence. So I said the inner thought that you know who you are and you are I messed this up when I was reading this earlier too. The inner thought that you know who you are and are able to do what you want to do when you want it. Oh, I like that. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So I said when you believe in yourself and you're self-assured. So basically you're not looking for other people for validation. Okay, I like that. And it's much more simpler than mine. Mine was I ramble on and on. I love a good rambly definition. And then I googled it, and the definition in the dictionary is the feeling or belief that one can rely on someone or something, firm trust. Okay. So I guess that would be implying you can rely on yourself. Yeah. Okay. I like that. So going into how to stop caring what others think. I have 4 little bullet points. Same. Okay, you want to start? Oh, okay. I'll ladies first. Okay. So my first one is, even though it's hard, but when the thoughts come into your head, whether it be, oh my gosh, they're judging me, what if they're thinking, what if they think I'm doing something weird, what if they're looking at me, you have to stop yourself from having those thoughts, which can be really hard. But when you find yourself thinking that, you just tell yourself stop, mentally, and tell yourself it doesn't matter what they think. Say no. Tell your brain no. But it's one of those weird things, only you can do it because it's inside your head, but you have to tell yourself it doesn't matter. Yeah, absolutely. I said, look at the grand scheme of things. In 20 years, will it matter what Rick from accounting thought of your tie? No, it won't. Will it matter what your mom thought of your college degree? No, it won't. Look at the grand scheme of things. It's a small, minuscule thing, oh, I'm getting judged. So, who cares? It's not going to matter 10 minutes from now. You know? And if it does really matter that much to you, change it. Exactly. But then again, don't change for other people, change for you. Only make the change for yourself. Exactly. My next one is, and this one kind of goes back and forth. Some people believe it, some people are against it. And it's fake it till you make it. Okay. So I'm a big believer in this. I would say this is how I gained my confidence. And basically it's act like you're already confident. And the more you act like you're confident, you'll just become confident, because you'll stop acting at one point, and that's who you become. No, you're completely right. It's kind of twisted and weird, but it works. But it works, and that's all that matters. And it's just that thing, you have to fake it till you make it. Even though you might not be the most confident person, act like you're the most confident person. Always be the most confident person in the room, and you'll always be the most confident person in the room. Yeah. Well said. Form your own opinions in life. Know who you are and accept that. And we'll talk about that later with how to find yourself. Definitely. But you gotta form your own opinions and not listen to others, because other opinions don't matter. Yeah. because at the end of the day, whether it be any controversial topic, your opinions are the ones that matter. So
yeah, exactly.
it doesn't, internally it's only you.
And no one's opinions necessarily are always right or wrong,
No,
and you're allowed to have different opinions,
exactly.
which rolls really nice into my next one, which is stop being judgmental. So stop judging others, because when you start to judge others, you're going to start judging yourself as well.
Yeah, definitely. That's 100% accurate. If you judge yourself, or if you judge others, you're going to start to judge yourself. It's how it is. It's how it will be.
And it's also just not like positive energy.
No.
You don't want that, and it's mean.
No negative energy.
Exactly.
Yeah. I said remove those negative opinions around you. So whether that be in a work environment, step away from that group of people that are gossiping. In a home environment, try and be more on your own and, you know, to yourself if you're surrounded by all this negative energy. And that kind of, unfortunately I'm saying my fourth one here as well, but negativity is the key confidence killer.
I totally
those two
agree.
kind of go hand in hand together. If you're surrounded by negativity, you'll never be able to really hit maximum confidence, I guess is the best way to say that, if that makes sense.
My last one was to be nice to yourself and others. So it's kind of like spread that positivity,
Yeah.
you know? Where if you are in a negative environment, change the subject. If someone's going on, if you see someone and they're like, yeah, who did you say? Dave, I really don't like your tie or whatever. You go and compliment Dave and be like, I like your tie. You know?
That freaking tie.
You know, like, but it's like one of those things. Everyone's opinion of a tie is going to be different.
Exactly. Sometimes it's so petty, but just
But I think
kill them with kindness.
Kill them with kindness, spread kindness, and be kind to yourself.
Yeah.
So that was all your four?
That was all me.
Okay, so how to be your own best friend. I think this is the biggest piece of advice when you are trying to be confident, is you have to be your own person. You have to be your own best friend. Do you want to start us off?
Yep. Leave the others that don't support you behind. Kick them out the door, get them gone, goodbye, I don't need you in my life. If you don't support me, sorry.
We have a whole episode about ghosting, so you can see how to do this subtly.
Look at that.
So
what a
definitely
segue.
check that out.
But yeah, no, if, again, it kind of goes off of the negativity is the key killer of confidence.
Yeah.
If someone is not supporting you in your goals in life or whatever you want to do, if it's as little as, you know, you're getting ragged on for going to the gym.
Another thing with that is sometimes it's hard. You can't cut them out. They're your family. You live with them, whatever the situation may be. Don't tell people your goals.
Exactly. Keep your goals to yourself.
Keep it private. You know, if they're going to rag on it and they're not being nice about it, just don't talk about it with them. You know, kind of control how much you put out there for them to talk about.
Yeah, definitely.
To, you know, like,
don't give them the bait.
Exactly. Don't give them something to talk about if you can't control your environment.
Definitely.
That way. So my first one was find something you love and do it as often as you can. So get passionate about something. When you find something you love, you're going to be so excited about this thing that it's going to keep you busy, but it's also going to become your friend that becomes you.
Yeah. No, you're absolutely right.
And my example for that would be YouTube for me. You know, it's something only I can do. Granted, now, like, I include other people in it. But when I first started, it was like that thing that's what I would do in my free time, and I would do it by myself because only I could do it, where it was I became my own best friend.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So it's just, you have to find your passion.
It's so important, because other judgment doesn't matter. All that matters at the end of the day is who you are. That was my number 2.
Okay.
Be you.
It's so true. And sometimes, like, don't try to be someone else because you were born to be you.
Exactly. And we'll get more into this in ways to find yourself, but you just got to try what you can, you know. If there's a new hobby you want to try it. You might find yourself. You never know. And I think the really cool part about trying new things or finding your passion is usually someone else in this world. And now that we're all connected through the internet, you can find people who have similar passions with you, which you'll be able to connect with other people, and they won't think your hobbies are weird, you know? Exactly. So I think that's something to think about because it's like so different now. As weird as the internet is, it's a beautiful place. Yeah. So my second one is to make time for yourself. So kind of going on, if you're in that negative environment and negative people, and you keep saying yes to things that you don't like, and you keep getting your feelings hurt, or you don't feel confident with this group of friends, say, sorry, I'm busy doing this already. Yeah, no, absolutely. It's kind of like you're ghosting, but you're making that time that you're canceling to make it for yourself. Exactly. It's self-help to a certain extent. Exactly. You know, it's that positivity that you gotta stay with yourself. I'm really rambling today.
I like to call it like a vampire friend. Like sometimes they will just suck the energy out of you, and sometimes like not only do they suck the energy out of you, they suck the confidence out of you.
Yeah.
Which sounds silly saying, but it's true. They can put you down so much that you're like, maybe I shouldn't be doing this at all. When you didn't have that feeling until you hung out with someone. And if they're making you question what you're doing, you probably shouldn't be hanging out with them. But then that goes into negative friendships, and I feel like we have a whole episode on that, so we're just gonna go to the next
let's just move on. So I only have one more. I only have 3 for this.
Okay.
And this sounds cheesy, but hear me out. Read a self-help book.
Oh, I love self-help books.
They
have a collection back
they
here.
are amazing. Like I borrowed forgive my language, You Are a Badass from Kelly.
Yeah.
Phenomenal book. Amazing. Taught me so much about confidence and how to find myself, and it was absolutely worth the purchase. 100% recommend.
I think that's a perfect tip, is to read about it, understand what it is, and learn how to do it from other people.
Yeah.
Model people that you think are confident, you know, read how to become confident. Do your research.
Exactly. It goes back to that fake it till you make it, you know?
Exactly.
Be confident, and then you'll be confident. It sounds so weird.
Easy and weird, but it's just a way to do it.
Exactly. Yeah, so that was my last one for how to be your own best.
Okay, yeah.
How to be your own best friend.
My last one is don't rely on others and do it yourself. So again, it's kind of like when I started YouTube. To become my own best friend, I had to do it all by myself.
You had to self-learn it.
It was not going to be my thing, and then I couldn't do it by myself and spend time by myself. So I think when you become your own best friend, you're confident in spending time by yourself. You don't constantly have to have someone holding your hand next to you, which is a really important thing to have when you want to be confident, because you're not afraid to walk into a party alone. You know, you can show up by yourself, and it just shows confidence. Not saying that's the safest thing, but you know what I mean.
Well, no. But yeah. So, you know, it sounds like, you know, obviously a dangerous example, but it's the truth. You know, once you find that confidence, you'll be able to do anything.
And you can do it by yourself and be fine.
Exactly.
Definitely. So now that goes into ways to find yourself.
Yep.
I think this is so, like, can be so back and forth. Again, it's like those self-help books. They're helpful if you need it, but if you don't believe in it, you're not going to find it helpful, and you're going to be struggling to figure it out. You know?
No, absolutely. It's a case-by-case basis, because some people it just won't work for them, because some people have their certain ways.
You have to be open-minded.
But you have to be open to it to give it a shot.
Yeah. So my first one is to try lots of new things until you find something that interests you. And then it goes back to what I said earlier, is to get passionate about it and spend all your time doing it.
Yeah. No, absolutely. That was my number one as well. You won't find your calling unless you've tried it.
Exactly.
You know, you won't know what you like until you did it. You won't, you know, none of us knew that we liked mac and cheese until we tried mac and cheese. Again, it's such a basic example, but go ahead.
You're going to find a lot of things you don't like before you find the thing that you do like.
And that's the good thing.
Yes.
I think. You want to go next?
Okay.
I think you have one more than me.
So my next one was to make time for yourself. So I mentioned this earlier, but again, it's that thing that,
I think
we'll cut that out. Okay.
Yeah, you're good.
So once you find what you like to do it a lot. So I mentioned this, that was kind of with my first one, but it's just do it a lot. So I'll go on to my next one, is find others who like what you do. So that way you can build a friendship or a community about things that you like and have that positive energy with what you do. So surround yourself with people who have similar interests, you know.
Kick the negativity out the door, let the positivity in.
And then also when you surround yourself with people who like doing what you do, you're going to learn new things about it and become better at it.
No, absolutely. You're 100% right. It's try everything, and then once you find it, go absolutely ham on it.
What's your next one?
Ask yourself where you are in life. Write down where you think you are, what you need to do better, what you need to do more of. And then set small goals to slowly work towards that. So if you need to hit the gym more, write down, go to the gym this week as a goal. And it's, again, that's such a minuscule example, and I know I used the gym twice now, but it's anything in life, whether you need to study more, do this more. Slowly building up those goals and checking off those cross marks will help you build up more confidence over time.
I think when you said make the list, like, this isn't on my list, but it's so important if you can pinpoint what you're not confident in, whether it be your body, how you talk to people, your looks. There's ways to improve that. Not saying you have to, But if you can pinpoint what you're not confident about, you can work on improving that confidence.
Exactly.
So if you're not confident with your body, maybe you need to figure out what you're eating, or go to the gym more, or just start self-loving yourself, you know?
Exactly.
Or if you don't like the way your grades are and you're not confident in your schoolwork, spend extra time studying. You know, there's solutions to everything. You just have to figure out, like, the first step is to be aware of the problem.
You put a puzzle together one piece at a time.
Exactly.
And it's a slow grind, but you got to get to it.
Definitely.
Is it yours?
I think it is my turn. Yeah. My last one is to get into a routine.
That's huge.
So again, it's that confidence builder, because you make time for yourself, but you're assured of yourself on what you're doing each week, and you kind of have a set schedule. But for example, if you're going to get into meditation, say that's something you want to do to help boost your confidence because it lets your mind de-stress and all that stuff, you schedule that into your schedule. So like, say I'm going to meditate every night before I go to bed. Make sure it happens. You know,
put it on a calendar.
When you want to be confident, and say you're going to do something, like if you're going to hit the gym to improve your body image or something, put it on your calendar and schedule it and make it happen. Make it happen.
Do it. Yes. Those are the two most important words, I think, for this entire episode. Do it.
Definitely.
Before you start your journey on finding your self-confidence and finding yourself, know that it's okay to start where you're at, and that it's okay to not know who you are.
I think with that being said, it's so important to realize even the most confident person still is unconfident about certain things. Even as you grow and get more confident, other things are going to come into your life that make you unconfident, and you're going to have to constantly keep doing this and adapting and changing.
It's an uphill battle.
Exactly.
It always is. It never ends. You just got to know deep down that with time, it'll come. If you put the work in and you know that you know who you are deep down, you'll find it.
Exactly.
You just got to keep digging.
Definitely.
I've used a lot of digging and uphill metaphors.
It's a very chatty episode. I'm enjoying it.
Same.
Do you have any more for that?
Nope, that was it for me. That was my last one.
So, steps to build your confidence.
Yes.
So we have five each. Do you want to go through all 5 of them and then like one?
Sure.
Okay. You want to start? Mr. 5?
So make goals of what you want to achieve. So I kind of gave a specific task for this. It's something I like to do from time to time, or I've done before in the past. Write down a goal that you want to achieve today, tomorrow, 1 week from today, 1 month from today, 6 months from today, and then a year from today. And then write sub goals as to what you need to get done to achieve these. And again, it'll slowly build confidence every time you check one of those boxes off.
Definitely.
You know, if you want to eat a little healthier today to improve on your body image, check.
Yeah.
It's going to feel satisfying when you do that, and it's going to feel satisfying for every single one of those goals.
Agreed.
And it's that long term, you can see the light at the end of the tunnel. You know, if I do this here and there, and it doesn't matter what type of goal it is, you know that there's a light at the end of the tunnel that you're headed towards.
It's a very visual but also personal way to do it.
Yes.
And it's physical because you're writing it down, you're not just thinking about it.
It forces you to think about it.
You kind of have to put it somewhere that you see it every day. So whether you print it out and tape it up, you write it in your journal and you pass it in your journal every day, you physically can cross it off when you do it. Then you see yourself crossing it off, but you also have to think about it every single day or when you're writing it out.
And it feels good when you do it.
Yeah.
Next up for me was, once you start slowly checking off these goals, start trying new things. I know we've talked about this in this episode already, but it's super important. You have to try new things. That's why we both put it down. If you don't try new things, you'll never find your passion. So every day, try one new thing, whether it's a new food, a new hobby, watch a new style YouTube video that teaches you how to do something, learn something every day. If you're not learning, you're dying.
Okay, next one. Yeah. I like that.
Surround yourself with positivity, positive quotes, positive people, positive environments.
Oh my goodness, I love this.
Yeah.
Like my whole background just has like a bunch of positivity.
I know. It's great. Like this is a very positive energy room. I like it.
But it really does affect how confident you are. It really does. Like how positive you are.
If you hate your job, find a new job.
Or
if you're surrounded by bad people, your job.
Like you have to start telling yourself you like stuff. You know.
That's also it's a good opportunity too.
I think I saw this on your list. I think it's the last one or
Change your mindset?
Change your mindset. Yeah. Sorry, I don't want to like steal your list, but it's like that thing, if you don't like waking up in the morning and you hate waking up because you hate mornings, tell yourself, oh, it's going to be a great day.
Exactly. You got to instill the confidence in yourself.
Change your mindset and you'll have a great day. You have to tell yourself what you want.
Exactly. And this is something that Kelly taught me that, and I think we've probably talked about it before in the podcast, but instead of saying, I have to do XYZ, so I have to get up and go to work in the morning, say I get to go to work in the morning.
You get to work. You know, you're so lucky that you have a job, that you get to make an income. You know, whatever it may be, you can find some things that are positive.
There are positive things in everything in life.
And I think usually positive people are very confident in themselves.
And positive people also attract other positive people.
So
if you are positive yourself,
circle.
You're going to bring in like you said, I was getting ready to say, you're going to have a positive circle yourself.
Yeah.
And then my last one is remember that you have unlimited potential.
Like we said at the beginning of the video, you can change your future.
I don't care what anyone says. I don't care who's trying to put you down, whether it's a family member, a coworker, a friend, some random dude on the sidewalk who doesn't like your tie.
The tie.
No matter what the naysayers say, you can do anything you want and do it now. Don't wait until tomorrow to start. Don't wait until next week to start. Do something small tomorrow that's going to leapfrog you towards that big goal of yours.
I really like that. I think the thing that's really inspired me, that's a very similar thing from that, and I feel like with the whole pandemic and everything, it's so easy to doubt yourself.
Yeah.
Be, poor me, pity me. Like, I can have meltdowns and I do that. But then it's like, why do I want to be the victim?
Yeah.
You know? Sure, bad things happen to everyone, but it helps you grow and you become and you evolve. So you have to have that, what do they call it? Not the victim. I can't think of what it would be, but basically it's you stop using the victim card. So like how you said,
you stop playing the blame game.
Yeah, you stop playing the blame game. Even if
be the protagonist.
Yeah, exactly. Be the protagonist. I think that's like a thing right now. It's really trendy to be the main character.
Yeah, be the main character of your life.
Be the main character. Stop being the victim. I really like your 5 tips.
For the thumbnail of this, we just need to have a big thing that says, be you.
Be the main character. I see on my YouTube feed all the time, like, it'll be like playlist videos. I have like a very weird subscription box.
I feel the same.
It's like, main character playlist. And I'm just like, what does this mean? Like, am I like that old that I don't know what this means?
Yeah,
I don't know.
Like my sub box has gotten so like I'm subbed to like 1,000 channels. It's rough.
It's
Do you
bad.
feel?
Yeah, I feel that.
All right, let's hear yours.
All right, so my first one, and I've kind of said all of this stuff earlier, but it just applies again and again. So my first step to building your confidence is to fake it till you make it. It's how I became confident in myself, but it's that thing that you have to stop caring what other people think and just act as if.
Yep.
And then my second tip is to make time for your hobbies and yourself.
That's huge.
So cut out negative people and make time for yourself. Find something you're passionate about and spend all your time doing that.
Do you?
Do you. And then get passionate and find others who have similar hobbies and surround yourself with positivity. Again, positive people usually connect with other positive people. You become confident when you have more people surrounding you who have similar interests because you're confident in what you do. 2
positives make a positive.
Exactly. And then my last one, oh, I only did 4.
Oh.
Or 5 tips, it's 9 tips, not 10, is to own whatever you do. So if you're gonna do something, own it.
You gotta own up to it.
Like if you're gonna wear a weird outfit, wear it with confidence. And I always say this, I say this to my subscribers all the time and followers on Instagram. The best outfit you can wear is confidence. And that goes for guys and girls.
I think that's number 5 right there.
There's my number 5, is to wear your confidence. So this is a funny side note. When me and John first started dating, we were in class together, and I remember I wanted to see, like, does he really like me? You know the story. And John always complimented me on my outfits and be like, I really like your outfit today. Like, that was when we were first dating. And I was like, I'm gonna see if he really just says that, or does he really like my outfit? I wore this ugly sweater. My mom was like, why do you own this? Like, you need to get rid of it. Do you know what I'm talking about? It was like this red sweater with like sequin shoulder pads that were like wings. It was so weird. And I remember I went to class beforehand in my English class, and my teacher was like, that was an interesting sweater you have on today. Like, she was not nice about my sweater, but I was like, I know, I love it, right?
Your English teacher sounded mean.
She was not nice. But anyways, again, I owned it. I was like, I love it, thank you. Like, I turned her negative into a compliment. Anyways, John was like, I really like your outfit. But it might have just been because I was so confident in my outfit, you know? And John probably really did like my outfit.
I really did like her outfit.
Moral of the story is to be confident in
your outfit. You gotta rock it.
You have to rock it.
The outfit was on fleek, I'm just saying.
Even if it's not your outfit, if it's your hobby, own it.
Yeah.
Like me. I make YouTube videos. I love it. John, I play games, you know, like, I love it. You have to own it to be confident in it and to be confident in yourself.
Exactly. No, absolutely. If you know, yeah.
All right.
I'm just thinking back on the sweater now. Like, I can't get that out of my mind.
Anyways, if you guys aren't following us on our social medias, be sure to check them out. Instagram is just Call You Later Podcast. Our personal Instagrams are linked in the bio, so you can check it out. You can maybe scroll on my feed and find the ugly sweater if you really want to.
Is it on your feed?
It might be. I think it was. I might have archived it though, because my mom really did not like it.
We'll have to see if we can find it.
And then on Twitter, it's Call You Later Pod. You can use our hashtag.
Tweet you later.
And next week, we are talking all about our current favorites, from music to movies to food. It's going to be a really fun episode.
You know what just came out?
I'm so
The Crown.
But okay. I feel like I'm just like all over the place with this episode.
I felt that
but
too.
Thank you so much for listening.
Thank you guys.
Thank you guys for watching. If you're on YouTube, definitely hit the subscribe button down below. And if you guys are listening on a podcast streaming website site,
Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts.
Leave us a review.
Leave us a review. We'll read it. Subscribe. Follow. Yeah.
So call you later.
Call you later.
Bye.
Bye.